Yeah.
So what is the meaning of it? So was Allah not able to express it with the other wording?
I mean, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned a powerful point against this Jahmiyyah who tried to correct Allah. He said, okay, so Allah was not able to express. So Allah confused us now, because it's cause of confusion according to them, but there's no confusion at all. Them, because of what? Because of the poison of Greek philosophy. Because the Greek philosophy, the 10 points of Aristotle, that if you say the amount and the kayfiyya and the had and all of that, this apply to creation. Okay, if something moves, it has to have a body. All of this is from Aristotle. That's why Maturidis, Ash'aris, Jahmiyyah, followers of Aristotle. They're not going to say that to you, of course. But they're not from the Prophet and messengers. When the Prophet Muhammad was reciting this ayah, the Sahaba, remember we were talking about Akhi Isa here. We're talking about the most important thing, knowing about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Allah mentioned this attribute about himself, for us to know about him, okay? However, Allah did it in a way cause confusion according to them. But we say no. You see, also, let me ask you, what is the origin of the language? Is it metaphorical or is it the apparent meaning? The origin of any language is
apparent meaning.
The apparent meaning. Yeah. If I say Isa, I'm going home. What are you going to understand? I'm going home. Yeah. So see, and that's why. So now, when you say it's metaphorical, we say to you, okay, where do you get that from? Prophet never says metaphorical. Abu Bakr never says metaphorical. You know.
Would there be anything? Would you say there's anything in the Quran that could be classed as metaphorical?
Some scholars mentioned there is some metaphorical, but not in ghaibiyat. Okay. Allah. But me, I'm an opinion of there is no metaphorical in the Quran at all. At all. None at all. You know, not at all. Because metaphorical mean, like for example, if I said to you, Isa, you're a lion. They say he's not really a lion. Ibn Taymiyyah said, okay, you saying that the only name lion was used is for the animal. Show me where the Arab came all together. And they said the only time we use a lion for, in reality, is for the animal. Where do you get that from? You can't do that. So you're making up. So it's not metaphorical when the Arabs say this man is Asad. What it means that it's not metaphorical. It's a powerful man, strong man. It applies for man, animal too. You understand?
So people who believe that Allah's like the hand, for example, is metaphorical, would you say they fall outside of Islamic?
No, I'm not going to make takfir on them, but I say they are misguided. They are misguided. Why? Because they try to. It depends. Like for example, Jahmiyyah are kuffar. It's believers. But Ash'aris, Maturidis, scholars don't make takfir on them because they have this. If the hujjah be established upon him, and he still insists, this man is going against the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and against the way of the Salaf. You know. But the point here is that we go back to is in the Quran when Allah said He has a hand the way of His Majesty, and He said doesn't mean that. So who's Allah speaking the truth when He said He has a hand?
Okay, another question.
Before ask me another question, Allah said about Iblis, ما منعك أن تسجد لما خلقت بيدي. ما منعك أن تسجد لما خلقت بيدي. What is preventing you? So Allah addressing Iblis. What is preventing you to prostrate the one that I've created with my hands? So Allah is mentioning something special about Adam, which is why you have not prostrate to the one which I have created with my hand.
Yeah.
With my hand. Yeah. So the khasisa here. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. You going?
I'm here.
Clear, inshallah. Okay. What was going to say? There is khasisa. There is something special about it. So what is something special about it? Is that Allah created him with His hand. And now they say no, hand doesn't mean hand. It means a power. Means a power, correct? But we say, okay, Allah created Iblis with his power too. Correct? So Iblis could have said, oh Allah, but you created me with your power too. So a hand means with his hand, the way of His Majesty. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Okay, and another point, if they say Allah is above the throne.
Allah is above the throne, yes.
Their argument, logically, is that gives Allah a size, dimensions, direction.
Okay, all this term is ambiguous. What do you mean size? What do you mean direction?
So essentially,
this is ambiguous.
The argument is if He's above the throne,
Yeah.
He's not below the throne.
Yeah.
The size of Allah does not reach below the throne, so it puts him above the throne.
Okay.
His size is fit to the space above the throne.
Okay, so it's not inside the throne. Okay, watch this. Yeah, the book is above the cup. Which one is bigger, the book or the cup? That's it. And this is example. I should even use that, but I'm just showing you, even in reality. Okay, the sky is above the earth. Which one is bigger, the sky or the earth?
The sky.
Okay, so my point here is, so in your question, or the Ash'aris, they are mushabbiha. They resemble Allah to His creation, because where they get this poison mentality from? From that, if Allah is above this, He has to be size, has to be this, has to be that. Why don't you keep quiet? I'm not saying you here. Them. Why don't you say Allah is above the creation? Allah is above the creation. Because why? Is Allah from the unseen or from the seen? From the unseen. And the arsh, is it from the unseen or from the seen? From the unseen. Do you know the arsh size? We don't know the arsh size. Okay, but yes, when we say Allah has a limit, Allah has no limit in His power. Allah all powerful, all knowledge. Mean Allah is separate from His creation. He's not mixed with His creation. And no one knows Allah's limit, His essence. No one except Himself subhanahu wa ta'ala. You understand? Because again, you proving my point. My point here is that when they come with this ideology of, if you say Allah is above the arsh, you're saying this and that, where do they get that from? Oh, these implications, where do they get it from? Is in the Quran? Or they look at the creation and they say, if this will happen to the creation, will happen to Allah. That's what Ibn Taymiyyah said, Ash'aris, Maturidis are mushabbiha. So because of their aql, instead of cleaning their aql and their fitrah, that Allah, there is nothing like unto Him, they resemble Allah's creation, and they say, if we affirm Allah is above the arsh, therefore it has to be this way, that way. No. They apply a ruling of the creation to the creator. You understand?
The confusing thing is that the school that I'm learning at, they say they're following the teachings of Imam al-Shafi'i.
No, that's a lie. Imam al-Qurtubi rahimahullah ta'ala in his tafsir, I have tafsir al-Qurtubi, may Allah have mercy upon him. He said, Allah above the arsh. They said Allah above the arsh. He said al-mutakallimun, they say, is metaphorical. I'm just phrasing it. He said the way of the Salaf, He's above the arsh in reality. And that's the way of the Quran and the Sunnah and the Sahaba and the Tabi'een. And the trustworthy ones narrated from us.
Hey Shamsi.
I'm speaking to him. No.
I know you're speaking to him.
Yeah, don't speak to me.
But you have greater issues to deal with.
No, the greater issue is that you worship a baby inside a woman's private part. That's the greater issue. Carry on.
So what I want to, my final question is, if
But before that, so Qurtubi said that clearly, the way of the Salaf. So they say they follow Shafi'i and fiqh. That's why when you ask Ash'ari, Maturidi, or those who claim to follow Ash'ari, they say, أنا حنفي في الفقه, أشعري في العقيدة. But why you don't say I'm Hanafi in Aqidah too?
No, I'm talking to him. I'm talking to him.
Why are you getting angry? Come down.
I'm talking to him, man.
I talk to him. I'm holding you off. So what I'm saying to you, that why don't you say Hanafi in Aqidah? Because Abu Hanifa from the Salaf, they let and guess him. So what I'm saying to you, they are not the way of the Shafi'i, Abu Hanifa, may Allah have mercy upon them. Yes.
Okay, for someone who's learning confused, and let's say it still confuses me. After this conversation, I'm still confused.
Why is confused? Okay, why don't you suffice with the Quran and the Sunnah?
No, so I mean you do, but they can give you an explanation that, you know what, it is what it says it is, but
no, when you ask, so Isa, to ask them, did Abu Bakr say that? Did Umar say that? Did Uthman say that? Did Ali say that? Okay, are you more eager to learn about Allah and to make sure Allah is holy and to not attribute something wrongly to Allah than Abu Bakr and Umar? So why Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman and Ali were Sahaba, when they were teaching their students and the people in the masjid, when said them, "Lord, Allah is not like this or that way"? Why? Because the aql is salim, but because they've been corrupted with the Greek philosophy, you know, that's why. Who came with metaphorical? The first person to come with it was the Philo of Alexandria. It was a rabbi, philosopher. Okay, he exists like 200 years before what they call it, Christ, as they say, and he studied Greek philosophy, and he saw that Greek philosophy crushed with the Torah, the apparent meaning of the Torah about God. So he started explaining the Torah in a different way, understand, about God. So this is not from the Quran and the Sunnah.
Shamsi,
now I'm speaking to you, I'm not speaking to you. I'm not interested in speaking to you. I'm not interested in speaking to you. Excuse me, can we move aside? Can we move aside? Can we move aside? Can we move aside?
You are bringing in Abu Bakr.
No,
You
I'm
are
not just
bringing
speaking to you.
You are bringing in.
Excuse me, go learn some manners. I'm
you
speaking to my
have-
friend. I don't care about you.
Do you have?
Do you have?
any
You didn't have this manners when we were
contemporary?
talking there.
Hey, move your hand before. Move your hand.
Do you?
Move your hand.
Do you have?
Yeah, move your hand.
You
Move your hand.
interrupted when
I'm
we were
interested
talking,
speaking
so
to
have
him.
the same manners. We have the right to protest.
That's fine. That's
No
fine.
problem. Excuse me.
you have-
Are you Christian, by the way?
Do you have?
See, look. With the Hindu. Yes. Do you have
Archaeological
By-
artifacts
By-
to substantiate
Come see.
the existence
Akhi,
of Uthman.
watch. My dog. Come on,
Shamsi,
come on.
Shamsi.
My brother's came. You know I'm
Do
talking to
you
you.
have
I'm talking to him. My dog.
archaeological
Come.
artifacts to substantiate
Come.
the existence
Come, my dog. Come. Aya, come. Come. I'm not
giving a
interested
lecture to
speaking to
people.
you.
You are giving a lecture to
Akhi,
people
Isa.
based on Uthman, Ali,
Tell the brothers
and
bring
so
us.
on,
Sorry.
Abu Bakr.
Sorry, Akhi.
Do you have archaeological artifacts for the
Can
existence
you,
of those
Akhi,
people?
the brothers bring their
Any
cameras. Other brothers go.
contemporary archaeological
Have them bring their cameras, please.
Some idea,
Akhi,
Muslim
if
friends,
they have them.
here to help. Is
Okay, where's the brother?
Please
Yes, yeah. Wallah. I don't know. I'm speaking to this. He's interrupted. Excuse me. If you have to tell you something. He's a
Can
Christian.
you please
Christian.
educate? These people that you rely upon aren't historically attested.
Take care.
Shamsi and his defend historical existence of these people. Please, Muslims, how many of you would like to know that the religion that he advances is historically valid? Would like to know that? How many of you would like to know that Islam is a historical religion?
I want to know about that side.
Go to him. He wants to know. He wants to know.
No. Well, even if the teacher doesn't know, how is the humble student going to
You don't want to teach the people.
I'd like to know your great teacher if he knows history.
Can you go?
Is
I
there
don't want to speak to you.
Shamsi?
I want to know.
You know what? My dog, can you follow me, my
running away now?
dog? My dog.
Look at
Come on. My dog,
Look
come.
at your
Come.
great
This way. My dog. Come on.
Look at your great
I have
teacher on the
Indian
way
dog.
there.
I have
Shamsi?
Indian dog, special one. He speaks.
Shamsi,
Have you
the
seen Indian
great
dog speak?
Muslim teacher who hundreds of people follow.
Are you jealous? You have no one to follow you.
Well,
He's
I'm
jealous.
not jealous. I
You're
just
jealous.
like
you
to know-
You have no one to follow you.
I just
Because you
like
look
to
ugly,
say
that's why.
that you know about
You look ugly.
Islamic
That's why I don't
history.
follow you. Take care of yourself.
Shamsi, do you know about Islam?
I don't care what you're gonna say. Bye
Do
bye.
you know about Islam?
Okay, where's the other brother Isa?
Do you know about Islamic
Excuse me,
history?
take care of yourself.
Are you a teacher of Islam?
Okay, can I speak now? You want to
Are
speak?
you a teacher of
You want
Islam?
teacher?
Please answer me.
DG
Are you a teacher of
You don't
Islam?
let me answer, you know.
Now, I'd like to know Uthman, Abu Bakr,
Yeah.
Ali, and so on.
Existed.
Do
Bye
you
bye.
have
Yeah, bye
any
bye.
contemporary
Yes, bye-bye, take care.
evidence for the
Wallah, it's
existence
harassment.
of these people
That's
in
harassment.
history?
You're harassing me.
Any
You're harassing
contemporary
me.
evidence?
I know you're jealous because you have no one to listen to.
Have you got
Okay.
any contemporary evidence?
Okay.
Please don't run away. Please don't run away.
I have to run away 'cause you
You are
must think.
supposed to be
You
a
must think.
teacher. Look at all these humble people here who want to learn from you.
Are you serious?
Tell us if you have
Are you serious?
contemporary
Okay.
evidence
You need to answer. You need to answer.
to attest the existence of Abu Bakr,
Okay.
Uthman, Ali, and so on. Do you have?
Yes, we do. Bye bye. Take
Yes,
it.
please.
Khalas. Answer
Please,
him.
please.
I answered you.
Give us
bye
more
bye.
information.
I've answered
Please
you.
give us more information.
Bye bye. I answered you.
Is that
yes, we
your
do.
is that your level of teaching?
Yes, that's my level. Are you happy with
Is
it?
that your level of
Yes,
teaching?
it is.
I am terribly upset with that.
So go away.
Someone
I'm
went
not
to
holding him.
Islam just by saying yes. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
apologies.
No. Listen,
someone
you've been
went to
Hakila.
Islam-
Are you been Hakila today?
No,
Are you been
no,
Hakila?
I'm just
Okay, I'm walking away from you. I'm walking away.
I'm just asking you
Okay.
not to run away. Be bold.
My dog.
And try to
Sorry. My dog, come.
Please
My dog.
explain.
Come, my dog.
Please.
Come.
Shamsi,
Yeah, come, my dog.
away. Got any evidence?
Indian dog.
Evidence
Indian dog.
for the existence
My Indian
of
dog.
Uthman?
My Indian dog, come here. شاء الله.
Well,
خلاص باي باي.
unfortunately
Stop touching me.
Unfortunately here,
Stop touching me.
dogs
Stop touching me.
are asking you a question and you are unable to answer the
I don't
question.
speak to you.
Have you got historical, contemporary evidence to substantiate the existence of Uthman over here?
Blame him.
Speak to him. Listen to me. Speak to him.
Existence of Uthman. Do you have a contemporary evidence?
Okay. Anyway,
Shamsi, please. Any contemporary evidence? I'm sure the Muslim brothers
me?
would like to know that.
you know
from
you've been
you.
harassing me, correct?
Well, no, I'm not harassing
Okay.
you. I'm asking you a question.
I don't want to speak to you.
I'm asking you a question.
But I don't want to
Shamsi.
speak to you. Can you force
I
me?
know, but
Can you force me? Bye bye.
please, can I please make you?
Stop pushing me. You pushed me twice. No. Stop pushing me.
Can I
You pushed me
please?
twice.
For the education
Stop
of
pushing
all
me.
the Muslims
Take it.
over here.
Walk away from him. Listen. Dog, stay there. This is unbelievable. I have Indian dog today. I have an Indian dog.
mental.
Mental, I think so. Wallah, he's mental. Guys, they are. Yes, they are. No, I'm not going nowhere. Yeah, block him. Block him. He's not interested. He's not. I will not speak to him. Because you know, I will speak to someone interested. I'll speak to him.
Block him. Block him.
You know, I'll speak to anyone. But these guys, they hate Islam and the Muslims.
Just evidence like proof like.
Can someone Barakallah fi. He knows.
You do.
Yeah, leave him. You know what is amazing? This guy, I don't want to speak to him because why? I was having a nice discussion with the brother Isa, and he just interrupting. Subhanallah, unbelievable. And you know why? Because he was a content for his channel, and no one should give him a content to his channel.
Train them to do this.
Yeah, wallahi, yeah, wallahi. Where is the brother? Brother Isa had enough. Where's the brother Isa gone? Wallahi, anyway, I was speaking to brother Isa, but
There is Brother Isa.
Isa, wallahi, akhi, sorry, man. This Indian dog, akhi, I got from India. I don't know what happened to him. I left him home, but he came back. He came here. I'm not disrespecting India, but I'm saying it's this dog. Because there's Indian Muslims out there, even non-Muslims. I don't know. This guy is an Indian dog. I got from India. I will speak to anyone about him, is waste of time. So what are we saying, akhi? To go back to the main point, let us suffice with the Quran and Sunnah. Sahaba, they had jealous about the deen. The Sahaba, they could have explained, okay, how, they never said, when you say Allah is above the arsh, don't think Allah is in a space. Because you know the terms that you use, direction. Direction is ambiguous. What do you mean by that? Because the hadith of Al-Jariyah, when the Prophet Muhammad asked the woman, where is Allah? She says, Allah above. That's direction. But if you mean direction, Allah is in a space created and surrounded by space and all of that, we reject that. But if you say direction, Allah is above creation, then we don't reject that. That's why space, place, all is ambiguous. That's why we don't reject it straight away. Because why? Okay, Imam Ahmad Way said, watch this. Before Allah created the creation, there was Allah, okay? You with me, yeah? So when Allah created the creation, either created the creation outside him, or the creation within himself, and that's meaning he created impurity within himself, or he created the creation, then he delved into the creation mixed with impurity. Which one goes in line with the fitrah and the common sense?
I'll say logically outside himself.
If it's outside, so it's outside the creation. So what happened to these people? They rejected, they even negate that Allah is outside or inside. And Ibn Qayyim said, in reality, they worship a non-existent thing.
So what if someone would say, let's say they're confused from it, they said, I don't want to think about it, I don't want to understand whether Allah has a hand or doesn't have a hand or whatever, I just want to focus on other stuff.
So why are you reading the Quran?
But just on that specific, like
No, don't say that.
There used to be a problem with, you know, like I used to be confused with, you know, the free will.
Let's move away because they're shouting. Listen, alhamdulillah, brothers, may Allah reward them. They interrupted, they occupying him. Come, move aside. So, the cameras, yeah. Habibi, bring the cameras. There's a camera left there. Bring it. Because there's a Muslim cameras. You don't want to leave them there. Okay, bring it. Bring those two cameras. It belongs to the Muslims. So what I'm saying, Isa, so what we say to you, let us be proud of the Quran. When Allah said He has a hand, what did He say also? There is nothing like unto Him. That's it.
But so you have to understand it to be Muslim. You have to say, I understand the attributes of Allah. Instead of saying,
It's clear.
but you know, there used to be like the example of free will and Allah's will. I used to have a problem with understanding how, like, if I have a choice to do something in life,
Yeah.
but Allah has already predestined what I would do.
Yeah.
I essentially, in that moment, I don't have a choice because the choice I'm going to make was already made for me before.
No. akhi.
Yeah.
Allah predestining,
Yeah.
Allah writing something,
Yeah.
Allah decreeing something doesn't mean Allah is forcing you.
Yeah.
Okay? So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he's going to Uthman, it's a waste of time, akhi. No one should entertain him. Because someone should tell brother Uthman, don't give him consent. That's what they're looking for. Consent for their channel. That's what they're looking for. That's why they've been going for the layman Muslims. That's what they're doing. And he's angry, I don't want to give him consent. No one should promote their channel. So my point here is that firstly, Allah created everything. Allah knew everything. Allah has written everything. Allah willed it. There is no compulsion here. And Allah has written it because He knew that you're going to do it. No, Allah has written it there for you. He's going to force you. Allah has written it because He knows you're going to do it.
But you know, like the fact that you do, like, let's say you decided to come here today.
Yeah.
The fact you decided to come here today is because your brain and how you are as a personality decided that you wanted to come here today.
Yeah, the choice Allah's given you, the soul and all of that.
But that personality you have and the way that your brain thinks and everything was made for you, specifically to you by Allah.
No, you can't do it because we don't just accept the brain. There's a soul as well.
Yeah.
There's other things.
Yeah.
Now, are you saying? Because you know, free will. There's a simple way to Allah just. If you are sleeping and you insult Allah, Allah has written that as well. It's on a tablet. If it happens, wal'iyadu billah, yeah? May Allah save us. But if it happens, would Allah punish you because of that?
I don't know. I'd say no because
He doesn't.
Yeah.
Because why? Prophet Muhammad said, the pen has been lifted from 3 types of people. One of them, the one who's sleeping until he wakes up. So if Allah has forced us in everything, and He will judge us for everything, why Allah, because it's been written in the proof of tablets, because He willed it, why Allah did not force, why Allah is not holding you accountable for that?
yeah.
You see, shows Allah is adl.
So you'd say everything
Allah
religiously
just.
needs to be understood.
Huh?
Each person has to understand everything religiously.
No, say everything. So things that if you don't we have to understand, akhi, the foundation of Islam makes sense, clear.
Okay.
In order to understand Islam, you have to refer the branches to the foundation.
Yeah.
Okay? So now what I would say to you, that, what was I going to say? There are certain things, if you don't understand it, the branches, we leave it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Doesn't go and guess that Allah is not just, none of that. You know? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
There are certain things, maybe you don't understand it now, you can understand it later.
Yeah.
But nothing in Islam go and guess sound reasoning and our natural inclination. Because the one that creates us with our sound reasoning and natural inclination is the same one subhanahu wa ta'ala who sent down Islamic revelation.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But sometimes because the level of knowledge, you don't understand it.
Yeah.
And the example of that, sorry to call you Akhi Isa, the example of that, Allah mentioned the story of Musa in the Quran with Al-Khadir. Al-Khadir did something in front of Musa. Musa couldn't comprehend it. He said that's evil. But because Musa is judging something based upon his limited knowledge. But Al-Khadir, Allah has given extra knowledge. So if Musa, who is a prophet of Allah, he misjudged the action of another human being like him, what about the action of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You see, we know Allah is adl. Allah will not punish anyone until even the proof been established upon him.
No, that makes sense. I need to keep studying.
Learning.
I'll take the points that you've taken. They've made sense to me. I want to take it back to the teacher. See, like, tell him what.
Okay, you know what? Ask. Show me in the book of the Salaf.
Yeah.
Books of Salaf, not books of later. Okay. Of the Salaf.
Yeah.
Say what you say. There's not. There's a book called Aqidatu al-Raziyain. Aqidatu al-Raziyain. Who is the Raziyain? Abu Zur'at al-Razi and Abu Hatim al-Razi. Their son asked them, "Oh, my father," and Abu Zur'a, "can you tell me about the Aqidah, the scholars that you met around the world? Which scholars he met? Great Tabi'in." Likewise, Harb al-Karmani, one of the big scholars of the Salaf. He mentioned the Aqidah, he got against Ash'ari Aqidah. That Allah is above His creation, separate from His creation, you know, and we affirm attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They never said, and we affirm Allah's attributes, but He's not limbs, He's not this. This is in Ash'ari books. The Ash'aris oppose Quran. you know, and Maturidis, because the Quran affirms, what is it, detailed about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, affirm the attribute in details and negate in general. But Ash'aris, what do? They negate in details and in general. So Allah, when Allah said He has a hand with His Majesty, the hadith of Sahih Bukhari, when a Jewish man came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said Allah will grasp the mountain with one finger, the other creation one finger. I can't remember the order. Prophet never said to him, wait, do you mean finger in reality or metaphorical? Because a Jewish man is not coming with metaphorical. Because remember, the ask of the language is what? Is apparent. Prophet smiled as affirmation. So what are you going to do with the Ash'ari Maturidi? So there's many proofs from the Quran and the Sunnah goes against Ash'ari Maturidis. Ash'ari Maturidis, our times, they are Jahmiyyah in reality. And I made videos, you can go back and check my videos about the history of Ash'ariyah and Maturidis and all of that. Because who used to say Mushabbiha, Mujassima? Who came with this word, Mujassima? Jahmiyyah, about Al-Hadith. They say they are Mujassima. Barakallahu fiqh.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome, akhi. I can give you a website I should check.
This, you know, I can do this. He gave it to me.
Which guy?
This white guy over there. He just gave it to me.
Holy Bible.
I don't know where to throw it, to leave it.
Wallahi. No, don't throw it, because we don't want to disrespect. Huh? No, you're going to have it. Here, have it. It's yours. Book. Your Bible.
It's alright.
Are you not happy with the Bible?
I've got plenty.
But more.
Give it to someone.
More. Paper boy, you're not happy?
No, I'm happy.
More.
Someone, you'll give it.
Anyway, I'll take it, inshallah. Which tab has this? English standard version. Yeah. So let me give you the website. I'll show you here. Read it, inshallah ta'ala. Because what you have to understand, when we speak about Allah, is the unseen, completely. The unseen. And I want to give you an example of that as well. Okay. If I say to you, this person is soft, what are you going to picture? If I say, you know, this brother is very gentle and soft, you're going to picture something different when I say to you the metal is soft.
Yeah.
But metal, soft in reality, the metal. And human is soft. But same wording, same attribute. But when you apply it to human, it's different when you apply it to a metal. You understand? So my point here is we say the wind is coming down, but the wind is still up in the sky. The rain. So what I'm saying, within the creation, there's some attribute that we share, but in reality it's different. How we apply, understand? So that's why I say to you, Akhi, may Allah bless you. Let me just I'll keep telling you, I'll give you the website. Let me show you. I have it here already. And the reason, my brothers, I don't want to speak to that guy, like I said, he wants a content for his channel. He is not interested. And now we as a Muslim should not be speaking to them if Uthman exists. You believe God was inside a woman's private parts. You know, that's what they believe, by the way. That's why I don't speak to Paper Boy anymore. I don't speak to Bob. Waste of time.
You can't refute our
the videos will be witness against you. Ash'ari.com. You can take picture of it and read it. It's our teacher.
I noticed there wasn't any response to the marriage video I did.
I didn't even watch it, to be honest. I don't have time for that.
You can't refute it.
I haven't watched it. How can you say I cannot refute it?
Because I know you can't.
I will, inshallah, watch it and I'll respond to you. Inshallah.
Watch it and see.
Take this one, please.
So I give it to someone.
You're not part of the Bible anymore, Eva.
Of course I'm proud of it. But give it to someone.
Inshallah. Anyway, subhanak Allah bihamdik, akhi. May Allah bless you, akhi Isa. Where do you live? Sorry, akhi. You're not far from me, brother. Dar Sunnah and Bush. You know, inshallah. Come, we have class today. We have class called 8 steps to happiness. Because you know, these days, a lot of depression, a lot of stress, a lot of anxieties. You know, alhamdulillah, Shaykh Abdul Rahman bin Nasir Sa'di wrote a book called 8 Steps to Happiness. How to get happiness. I'm starting today at 7 o'clock. You are more than welcome to come. It's Dar Sunnah behind the market.
Sunnah, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Barakallah. We're going to be live streamed anyway on Das Dawah.
Okay. Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. You know, I've already drank our coffee. Someone got me coffee. Habibi. Hassan. You speak.
Hold everything. Got
Wallah, ya akhi, barakallah fik. Yeah. I think it's gonna. What's the time now? What is that? Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, what's the time? It's time for salat. It's time for prayer. Asr. It's going to rain. My brother, how are you?
Oh, ça va?
Ça va?
Tu vas bien?
Bien.
Bien, alhamdoulilah.
Famille, ça va?
Ça va, oui, ça va.
Alhamdoulilah.
C'est un plaisir de te voir. Ça va, tu vas bien?
Alhamdoulilah.
Alhamdoulilah. Et tu pratiques pas?
Tu parles anglais?
Ah, je parle anglais, ouais.
L'anglais, khalas.
ok.
J'ai oublié français, mon frère. Wallah, j'ai oublié beaucoup, mon frère. Ça fait longtemps que je suis ici.
Ah, ok.
Ça fait longtemps,
ça fait longtemps.
Wallah, how are you doing? How's everything?
Alhamdoulilah, alhamdoulilah.
Where in France?
Paris, Saint-Denis.
Ah, moi, je suis Saint-Denis, machallah. beaucoup les Algériens.
Les Algériens aussi,
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. سلام كاتب كيفك؟ حياك الله طيب بخير.
أنا متابعك من الكويت.
بارك الله فيك.
اليوتيوب صار لي تقريبا فترة طويلة.
بارك الله فيك.
اليوم عشان نشوف.
مرحبا بك حياك الله جزاكم الله خير بارك الله فيكم امين امين واياكم. We're gonna pray عصر ان شاء الله. اخي we're gonna pray عصر ان شاء الله. Let's pray عصر. صلاة العصر بدز. اخي شكرا اخي. اعطيني قهوة هذه شكرا بارك الله فيك جزاك الله خير. Don't take our one, yeah?
شمسي. أنا upload because you have to edit. Is he gone? Adnan? Paul is here as well. Adnan is gone.
Oh, sorry.